is the issue? I'm having the good internet. Okay. Is it okay now? Hello, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm suggesting you to create a account in this particular angel list. Okay. So here in the angel list, you can have a different number of startups. Okay. So there is lot of startups, a lot of startups. Okay. So you can have a good resume. If you are having good resume, definitely you will got shortlisted for sure. Okay. So this angel list is only for the startups. You don't have big MNCs. Okay. And let's create a profile in the LinkedIn also helping you very, I mean, it help you a lot. Okay. So in LinkedIn also the percentage criteria is doesn't make any sense. Okay. But when you are applying for pool campus drives, then the percentage of your academics is important. But when you are applying something through LinkedIn or something, okay, then it is very easy to crack the job. Okay, with less than 60 percentage in our academics. Okay. See, I mean, we can hear lot of offers. See, I'm having lot of hours. I'm not responding to the mails. Okay, we have a lot of offers. We can have a lot of offers. Okay, so in the linked list, but in the linked list also, you have to maintain your profile in a healthiest way. Okay, so you can add your skill set in the top. Okay, see, national trainer for full stack so and so. Okay, so you can add all your skills, all your projects, and all your experiences. you know so if you are having any certifications, you can add there. And here we can add the skill set. Okay, so see, I added 34 skills. I think I have to add more things. Okay, so full stack development, Angular, Node.js. Okay, so we have to add these kind of things in the LinkedIn. Okay, if you are having, I mean, if you are having a good profile in the LinkedIn, no, so definitely the developers or the HRs definitely will contact you. Okay, there is a one trick in LinkedIn. Okay, that is, okay, you have to upload your resume every day at 10 o'clock. Okay, so you have to upload your resume every day at 10 o'clock. Okay, so you can upload the same resume. Okay, you are having the same resume, but try to re-upload the resume. Okay, try to re-upload it, because when you are when you are re-uploading one particular thing on one, I mean, your resume in LinkedIn. Okay, so the HRs, okay, the HRs can see who are the recent active people. Okay, they can contact recent active people. Okay, if you upload your resume every day at 10 o'clock, definitely your profile will be going to, going on top, because you upload your profile recently, you upload your resume recently. So that's why, okay, HR will find your profile. Okay, uh, for sure. So see, actually, so in this particular month I got 93 views. Okay, so my post impression is 2000 people. 2000 people reached my post. See, how is my network? So you can improve your network in the LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn is also one of the greatest platform. And don't add some fancy photos. Okay, don't add some fancy photos as a, okay, your, your profile. Okay, don't add any anime cartoons or something like that. Okay, it's not a Instagram, it's not a Facebook, right? So you have to add one professional, professional photo in LinkedIn, which will help you to get more views. Okay, so your target would be, okay, you must have 500 plus connection in LinkedIn. Okay, please set a target for this. Okay, you must have 500 plus connections. Okay, when you are having 500, when you are having more than 500 plus connections, okay, so definitely you will have a good network. Definitely your profile is going up. Okay, definitely. Okay, HR people can find your profile very easily. Okay, they can directly contact you. Okay, this is one of the trick. Okay, so to place as early as possible without considering the academic results. Okay, but if you are having a good academic score, then we have a lot of lot of placements. Okay, you can search for Naukri, you can search in the, okay, Superset, you can search in the Google. Okay, I think many of you know about the Frontline Media, right? Frontline Media, do you know this Frontlines Media? So Frontlines Media is one of the greatest platform to get job notification. Okay, a fresher job notification. So here you can, okay, get the Capgemini is network engineer role. Okay, so here you can get a lot of job notifications. Okay, so try to look at this particular Frontlines Media as well. Every day, please go to the website and visit the new, new jobs which is posted. Okay, So better to check Frontline Media and better to create a profile in LinkedIn along with the angel list. Okay, so not only the Naukri, okay, you can have, I mean, we have so many so many platforms to get a job. Okay, so don't worry. By the end of this particular course, I think so minimum 70% of the people in this particular batch should place. You have to promise me for that. Okay, so I'm very particular about the placements, but right now I'm engaged in so many other things. Okay, so that's why I'm not concentrating on your placements. But we completed the hibernate, most of the hibernate calls also, so we can directly, okay, we can directly go to the placements without any, without hesitating. Okay, so right now, okay, you have only one work, that is you have to build your resume. Okay, so after completion of the, after completion of sprint one project, you can re-edit your resume. Okay, so please build your resume in an efficient way. Okay, in an efficient way. So I mean some of you people shared me the your resumes, but so please try to add professional summary. I already told you about the professional summary, na. Okay, professional summary. Professional summary is very very important. Okay, in the professional summary you can add something like this. Okay, so working knowledge is on something with, with version control systems. Okay, version control systems is nothing but a GitHub. Okay, like GitHub. And in the second point, you can add something like, so exceptional skills in writing the code. Okay, exceptional skills in the writing the code. Exceptional skills in writing the code, solving the solving the bugs, or finding the bugs, anything. Okay, um, problem solving skills. Okay, so it's not for a, it's not only for a experienced candidate. You can add your things as a fresher only. Okay, so these things can apply for fresher only, right? Okay, so and interested in interested to research my career into something like, artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain. You can add these kind of fancy things as well in our professional summary. And okay, so I already told you about these technical skills. When you are adding technical skills in your resume, okay, when you're adding technical skills in your resume, okay, try to separate it. Okay, try to separate something like this. Okay, try to separate programming languages. Okay, you can add C, C++, Java, and you can add frameworks here. Okay, frameworks. Okay, we know the frameworks of we know JUnit testing framework. We know Hibernate. Okay, we know Spring. Okay, we know Angular. Okay, we can add so many other things if you know anything. Okay, and if you are familiar with web technologies, web technologies, then you can add something like HTML, CSS. Okay, and JavaScript. Okay, so if you want to add Node.js, you can add Node.js. Bootstrap, you can add to Bootstrap. Okay, so if you know some other packages, okay, something like, if you are good with MS Office now, so try MS Word. Okay, PowerPoint. Try to separate it. Okay, so these are the packages. If you know Tally, you can add Tally. Tally is a software. Tally is a one package. And if you are very good with Excel, you can add Excel here. But these are all the packages. Okay, you have to segregate the things. Okay, don't add messy. Don't create messy in technical skills. It is very important for your life. Okay, and if you want to add more things, like, if you want to add databases, okay, add database, something like, SQL, Oracle. Don't add Oracle. Okay, SQL and NoSQL. Then you can add Oracle. Okay, if you are looking, if you are having, okay, more databases in your profile, then you can do like this. Okay, so in SQL, MySQL and Oracle. Okay, in NoSQL, MongoDB. Okay, you can write these things. Okay, you can write like this. Okay, so we have SQL and NoSQL, and you can, okay, you can mention the both SQL and NoSQL with the types. You have to you have to separate the things like this. These are the important. Okay, so don't write everything in a programming languages. Don't write everything in a technologies like that. Okay, try to separate as much as possible. Okay, try to add keywords as much as possible. Okay, and if you are mentioning your project now, if you are mentioning your project, try to add some description about your project. Okay, project. Okay, so like if you are having more number of projects, okay, project one, so which is, hostel management system, hostel management system, worked as a, okay, backend developer for this particular project, and worked as a backend developer and developed code, code with Hibernate, which helps admin, which helps admin to add rooms, to add features, okay, to manage students in the hostel, okay, and so on. Okay, you can add a description like this. Okay, so make it as a paragraph. Don't, okay, don't mention something like a bullet points. Okay, first point, second point, don't do that. Okay, when you're having a project, you have to prepare some paragraph. Okay, so if the interviewer sees that particular paragraph, they can understand everything. Okay, what you are doing, okay, what is your role, and what are the technologies that you know really. Okay, they know. Okay, mention, okay, how you worked. Okay, I worked as a backend developer in my team, and I developed so and so things. Okay, so don't say something like, okay, I developed everything in my project. Okay, don't do, I mean, don't say like that. Okay, because don't believe, I mean, they don't believe for sure. Okay, so try to add some modules you developed. Okay, so these are the things to attract the HR side. Okay, so try to build a resume with these things. Okay,
Yeah,
don't write
sir.
something
Give
like that.
for any format for guide to make this resume. I am
Mm,
sent recently for you as a WhatsApp number.
okay, so in,
So
in
you
in the
give
group.
me no sir
Mm,
as a personally.
mm,
So a guide for the as a update for resume, yeah, something as change for make it.
mm. So better time to message me, better time to send the resumes me. Okay, after 7 o'clock in the evening. If you send anything before 7 o'clock, if you send anything, okay, in my working time, so definitely I won't see, because I'm getting so many things. I mean, so many messages in my working time. Okay, you can see in my WhatsApp.
Sir,
So
अभी
I
just I send in within
no,
five
no.
seconds.
Send it after 7 o'clock. Then I mean, I'll have a free time. Then I can see. Okay.
Only for guide we change for some particular. I will
Hmm.
add
Okay.
for
So
some
ping me
particular.
after 7 o'clock, Suraj. Then I can see. Okay. So if you send this particular thing now, okay. See. So I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you send it at 11:17. Now 11:19, I got some messages. Right. So within so many, I mean, within minutes, I got so many messages. Okay. See, these are the messages which I not seen.
I
So
know,
many
sir.
people. Okay. So please message me after 7 o'clock if you are having anything.
Sir,
Or
just
if I
open
didn't
guide
reply
of
you, na,
sir 1 minute. So
hmm.
make it this format.
And I will send my resume in the WhatsApp group. Okay, if you want to add anything, you can copy it from my resume. Okay, okay, Suresh.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, anything wants to discuss, guys? 1.5 hour almost wasted for us. Okay, don't think it's like a wasted. We have to do. Hmm. So shall we start the class?
Yes,
Or
sir.
hmm. So actually we are dealing with, what is the last concept?
Cash money.
Hmm.
Cache memory.
Yashin. Okay, let me open. I'm trying to create a project. This is what we are discussing now. Caching. Okay. EMP we have. Okay. Okay. So let's restart the caching. Okay. So I think we discussed the one, I mean, first level cache, but okay. So we can revise the first level cache as well. Okay. So here, okay. So the caching, okay, caching in Hibernate is nothing but the caching improves the functionality. Okay, it improves the performance of the application by pooling some data into the caching memory. Okay, so when you are working with, you know, the Hibernate and JDBC and these kind of things, okay, you have to communicate with the database for every single line of code. Okay, for every single line of the code, right? So here, okay, when we are having cache memory, okay, cache memory is the intermediate memory between our Java application and database. Okay, we are having some database. Okay, and before communicating with the database, okay, our Java application is going to check with the cache. Okay, okay, this cache having anything or not. Okay, for example, again, draw something. I think yesterday I draw it now. So this is the cache. Okay, and this will be our Java application, and this is our database. Okay, we have so many diagrams. Okay, so okay, so in the Java application, okay, let's write database here, and here it is a cache. Okay, so one particular user try to, okay, retrieve his details. Okay, one particular user trying to retrieve his details. Okay, so what you have to do, so from Java application you need to connect with the database. Okay, you need to connect with the database, then you have to check with the database, then you can retrieve the details to our Java application. Okay, in this particular task, okay, in this particular task, maybe, okay, some 2 seconds or 3 seconds time is taken. Okay, 3 seconds is taken. Okay, 3 seconds. Okay, but here, okay, so when you are retrieving the details, our Hibernate is providing first level cache. Okay, when you are retrieving details, when you are working with Hibernate is by default, it is providing some first level cache to us. Okay, first level cache. So first level cache means, okay, if you are fetching any data from the database, okay, if you are fetching any data from the database, that data, okay, that data is going to store in the cache for sure. The data is going to store in the, okay, cache for sure. Okay, so if you close the session, so if you close the session, the content of the cache will going to erase. But if you are working with the same session, okay, when you are in Java application we may have different types of sessions, session 1, session 2, session 3, something like that, right? So when you are working with the same session, okay, when you are working with the same session, okay, this particular cache memory can hold the data of same session. Okay, so in the same session you want to retrieve the data for second time. Okay, if you want to retrieve the data for second time, then the Hibernate is going to check with the cache. Okay, so do we have anything? Okay, so it checks like that. Okay, if you are having anything, please give me, otherwise I can go to the database. Okay, actually, since we are working with the same session, okay, since we are working with the same session, this particular cache is going to have some amount of data in it. Okay, this particular cache having some amount of data in the same session. Okay, we are working with the same session. Okay, we are not working with different sessions. Okay, so when you are working with the same session, this particular cache is going to hold the data which you retrieved earlier. Okay, which you retrieved earlier. Okay, if you want to retrieve the same data, okay, no need to go to the database. Okay, if you want to retrieve the same data, no need to go to the database, you can directly fetch from the cache. So when you are fetching from the cache, okay, the time, obviously the time will be low na? Okay, so you can decrease your time of waiting. Okay, so when you are communicating with the database, you are waiting for 3 seconds, but when you are communicating with cache, you are just waiting for 1 second. Okay, so we here we decreased the 2 seconds of waiting time. Okay, here we decrease 2 seconds of waiting time. So okay, we can improve the performance of the application, right? Okay, so this is the cache memory. Okay, so by default, okay, our Hibernate is providing first level cache. First level cache can hold the data within the same session. Okay, first level cache can hold the data within the same session, but when you are having a different session, okay, first level cache don't work. Okay, first level cache don't carry the particular, the first level cache don't carry the content, okay, for another session. Okay, so we need a, okay, if you want to carry the information for another session, okay, we need a second level cache. Okay, we need a second level cache. Okay, generally in Hibernate we have two levels in the cache. The first level cache is the basic level cache. Okay, the first level cache is nothing but, okay, the session object. Okay, we have one session object, no, so the session object can have, okay, the first level cache. Okay, so if you are working with a different session, okay, then first level cache won't work. Okay, so if you want to maintain the data, okay, if you want to maintain the data in different sessions, okay, when you are having five number of sessions, okay, if you want to maintain the data of five number of, okay, five sessions in one particular cache, then you have to work with second level cache. Okay, then you have to work with second level cache. Okay, so let's understand what is meant by first level cache and what is meant by second level cache in the practical. Okay, see, so here we are having one particular session, okay, session SCS. Okay, and I already begin the transaction. Okay, I already began transaction. So here I want to retrieve one employee data. Okay, I want to retrieve one employee data, which is EMPE1. Okay, EMPE1 is a one employee. So here I want to retrieve the employee data. So here we can use session dot get. Okay, session dot get, where we can pass the employee class, and we want to retrieve the details of employee, like I forgot the employee ID, maybe one. Okay, and we need to, okay, we need to change the object into the employee for sure, because we have to typecast, because this particular session object, okay, session object, okay, will give you the object. Okay, you have to convert the object into your class by typecasting. Okay, here we are typecasting. Okay, now, okay, now I want to save the transaction, so that's why I can write something like this. Okay, get transaction, no, get transaction, get transaction dot commit. This is one method. Okay, and I want to see the SQL, what is happening with the SQL file. Okay, so we have show SQL as true. Now we can run this particular code. You can see, so when we are retrieving the details, okay, so I mean the Hibernate is writing one query to retrieve one particular detail, right? But when I am retrieving another people, when I am retrieving, okay, employee 2, okay, here I am writing employee 2. Okay, I want to retrieve, I mean I want to retrieve employee 2 from the database. Okay, so here I wrote employee 2, employee e2 equal to session dot get employee and dot class, so on. Okay, now you can see Hibernate is going to, okay, write two different queries. Now Hibernate is going to write two different queries. See, okay, Hibernate write two different queries for, okay, I mean, so if Hibernate is writing the query, that means Hibernate is communicating with the database. Okay, so here, okay, what I told you, okay, if you are fetching the same data, okay, if you are fetching the same data for multiple times in a single session, okay, when you are fetching the multiple data, I mean same data for multiple times in a single session, then the first level cache is going to store the particular value. Okay, so here if I want to retrieve third value, okay, so we can write employee 3 here, and we can retrieve third employee. Okay, now the, okay, Hibernate is going to create three different queries, right? Three different queries Hibernate is what. Okay, but so here I am writing something. Okay, so I want to retrieve first person, again I want to retrieve the first person. Okay, so we are fetching the same data, we are fetching the same data for multiple times within the same session, within the same session. Okay, now you can see, okay, you can see the difference. Okay, you can see the difference. Okay, Hibernate is fetching only one query. Okay, Hibernate is writing only one query. Okay, because okay, Hibernate is communicating with the database for only one time for three different queries, because those remaining, okay, the data which is coming from the database is going to store in the cache. Okay, and it is fetching the same data, right? So Hibernate is directly going with the first level cache. Okay, Hibernate is loading the data from the first level cache. Okay, so this is the first level cache. By default, first level cache is defaultly supported by the Hibernate. Okay, Hibernate is giving you the access for working with the first level cache. Okay, so if I create a second session here, okay, if I created a second session, okay, so I am closing the session actually, session dot close. Okay, I'm closing the session and I want to start the new session. Okay, so which is a session 2, and I want to start the session 2 as well, session dot begin transaction. Okay, so here, okay, so here within the second session, okay, I want to do something. Okay, get into dot get transaction dot commit and session 2 dot close. Dot close. Okay, right now we are having two sessions, guys. Okay, the first one is SES. Okay, this is the first session and this is the last, I mean second session. Okay, so in the two different sessions, okay, in the two different sessions I am handling the same content. In the two different sessions I am handling the same content. Okay, still I am handling the same content, but it won't work. Okay, so I mean Hibernate is communicating with what happened, entity manager is closed down. Okay, okay, I think I can close this thing after. Hmm, okay. What is happening here? Hmm, we are getting some issue. What is the issue? Okay, let's rewrite the code something. Here I am committing the transaction and I want to start the new session factory as well. Okay, let's start the new session here, completely new session. Okay, SF2, I'm starting the session from SF2 object. Okay, just compile this code. Mm, we are getting some issue here. Local transaction. Okay, so just remove the commit. Maybe we are having issue with the commit, I think. अरे यार, session or entity manager closed है. Ah, sorry, I made a mistake. I'll show you what I did. So this is a session, no, but I am fetching the data from the previous session. Okay, the previous session is closed, right? So here we have to write session 2. Okay, because of this bloody thing we are getting error. Okay, so we have to fetch the data from session 2, but I am fetching the data from session 1, so that's why. Okay, let's, yeah, so okay, when you are having multiple sessions, okay, so we have one session here, the session is closed here, and we have another session, okay, session 2 here. Okay, we are retrieving the same content. Okay, we are retrieving the same employee details, but in a different sessions. Okay, but in a different sessions, so that's why, okay, that's why the Hibernate is writing two different queries. Okay, that's why Hibernate is using two different queries. Okay, so what is meant by first level cache? First level cache can hold the data of only one session. Okay, first level cache can have the data of only one session, but here we are having two different sessions. We have SES and we have SES2. We are having two different sessions, right? So that's why first level cache is won't working here. Okay, first level cache not working here. Okay, so if you want to implement a cache, okay, if you want to implement cache, so here we have to use second level cache. Okay, we have to use second level cache, guys. Okay, we have to use second level cache. So when you are when you think, okay, you want to work with second level cache, so okay, we are having so many different types of cachings. Okay, for example, the most famous cache, and I think OS cache, and I forgot what we installed. JBoss cache, I think so. JBoss cache. Okay, so we have second level caches, different second level caches. We have ES cache, OS cache, JBoss cache, and within these three, ES cache is a very famous. Okay, most of the people is working with only ES cache. Okay, because it has a lot of features. Okay, so we have to work with ES cache. Okay, to want if you want to work with the second level cache, we have to add this particular jar file. Okay, we have to download the jar file and we have to add the jar file to our project. Okay, since we are working with the Maven, no need to download it by ourselves. Okay, Maven can download it. Okay, so if you mention the if you mention the dependency in the pom.xml. Okay, so here, okay, let's search for cache in the Maven. Cache Maven. So you can have cache. Okay, so we have a lot of cache versions also. Here you can, okay, so we have a lot of things. Okay, see, okay, cache 2.10.6, okay, is most famous because 157 people use it 2.10.6. So I'm using this version only. Okay, click on the link, and here we have the cache. Okay, just you can copy the code, you can copy the dependency, and you can paste it in your pom.xml. You can paste this in pom.xml. Okay, so here we have, okay, see, so we are already having Hibernate, we are already having MySQL connector, we are already having JUnit. So here, okay, after these things, okay, you can add. So here I want to add dependency. Okay, here we have to add, okay, dependency, cache dependency. When you are working with cache dependency, we have to add another thing also. We have to add Hibernate cache. Okay, we have to add Hibernate cache. Okay, so this one, sorry, cache. Okay, search for Hibernate cache. Okay, it is a connector. It is a connector between the Hibernate and, okay, cache. What is this? Here we can, okay, so when you are using Hibernate cache thing, okay, you have to use the same Hibernate thing which you are working with. Okay, so we are working with Hibernate 5.6.11. Okay, we are working with Hibernate core 5.6.11. So you have to add the same dependency. Okay, so 5.6.11. Okay, and copy this. Hey, this is the Hibernate one. Okay, we don't need this. Okay, we need a Hibernate cache. Hibernate cache. Yes, sorry, this one. Okay, we have to work with Hibernate cache relocation. Okay, so here we have to select 5.6.11 only because we are working with 5.6.11 of Hibernate. Okay, copy this and copy the dependency, and here you can paste your dependency. Okay, after pasting Hibernate EH cache and EH cache. Okay, you can see, you can check for those things in your Maven dependencies. See, in the Maven dependencies, we have Hibernate ES cache and we have ES cache jar. Okay, it automatically downloads the things. Okay, so it downloaded all the things and it providing you the thing. Okay, so now again we added a second level cache. Na? So we added second level cache. Now you can run this code. If you run this code, again it is showing same two queries. Okay, it has to display only one query, right? It has to display one query. Okay, but it is showing two queries. Okay, so it is not enough. Okay, which is not enough. Okay, if you are adding, okay, hibernate cache and ES cache in your palm.xml, it is not enough. Okay, we have to do something else. Okay, that something else is, okay, you have to configure your second level cache in the Hibernate. Okay, so in you have to add this Hibernate cfg file. Okay, so here you can write something like this, property name. Okay, so here we have to write one property. Okay, here we have to write one property. So I think I forgot the name, so let's type Hibernate in the control space. Okay, we have so many things. Hibernate dot, we need cache, no, we need cache. Okay, dot. So I think, so we have to work with second level cache, no, so we have to work with second level cache. Here you can have use second level cache. Okay, here we are having use second level cache. Okay, add this. Okay, we are using second level cache, use second level cache. Okay, so here you have to mention this property as a true. We are using second level cache and it is true. And we have to add another property also. We have to add another property also, which is a region. Okay, which is we have to select the region. Okay, so I think property. Okay, so here we have to say something like, Hibernate dot cache dot, let's click on the control space. Now we have so many things. Okay, here we have Hibernate cache region factory class. Okay, Hibernate cache region factory class, we have to use this particular, okay, value, region factory class. So here we have to add class name. Okay, we have to add the class name of our cache. Okay, the class name of our cache. Okay, so here you can type something, org dot hibernate. Okay, org dot hibernate. So here we have to use the ES cache, so cache. So let's go to the Maven dependency, and here in the ES cache you have something like, hmm, I think no, this is not okay. So you can go for the Hibernate ES cache. Hibernate ES cache. Okay, we have two zip files. Okay, so in the two zip files, I think we have to work with this one. I think so. Configuration class, and okay, this is having so many things. Okay, region factory class. Okay, so we have to use this particular class file. Okay, ES cache region factory class. Okay, ES cache region factory class, we have to use this particular thing. Okay, so here we have to add the, okay, all the path. Okay, so organization core dot cache, here we have to mention ES cache dot, what is the name, ES cache region factory, no, where is this, um, ES cache region factory class. Okay, copy the name of the path, copy the file, not the file, you can paste it here. See, we are using EH factory region class. Okay, we are using EH factory region. So we can just remove the dot class, no issue. Okay, this is how you need to configure your second level cache. Okay, so you have to configure, okay, so two properties in our Hibernate CFG file. Okay, so here. Now let's go back to our emp main. Okay, now let's run this again. It is showing, oh, we are having some issue, unable to resolve the name. Okay, we are having some issue with org.hibernate-cache.es-cache. Okay, so as a strategy, okay, it is providing anything to us. No. Okay, let's go back to our Hibernate file. I think we have an issue with this one. Organization dot hibernate dot cache dot es cache dot es cache region factory. That's what we are having here. Mm, org.hibernate. Okay, org.hibernate cache cache and es cache cache. Okay, and coming to this class cache region factory. That's what we are having. Okay, let's try to add class also. Okay, maybe. So we have to remember these path names here. Okay, unable to load class. Okay, so this file is unable to load es cache. Okay, let's go to Google and search for something. Okay, so es cache file name to add in pom.xml. Mm, the naming sequences are the most irritating part for us. So we have to add the essence. Okay, after adding these things, what to do? It will download all the packages. Okay, in the POM files it's okay. So this one we have to add the properties. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I think I'm typing something wrong. Okay, we need to add es cache in the Hibernate CFG, na? CFG.xml. XML configuration. Okay, all these are the waste of man. See, in the Google, we won't get anything which is useful for us. I'll write the same thing by myself. I don't want to copy and paste something. Hibernate cache region factory underscore class. Okay, now we have to type something like organization dot hibernate dot cache cache dot es cache. Yes, cache is having some files like region factory class. Okay, yes, cache region region factory. Okay, let's try to run this. Now, yeah, see, when you are copy and paste the same thing, it won't come. Okay, we have to write it by ourselves. Copy and paste won't work for me. Okay, so it is working now. I don't. I mean, I pasted. I wrote the same thing. Okay. See, So when we are adding this particular second level cache in the Hibernate CFG file, but still it is showing the same issue, but still it is showing, okay, it is retrieving the same details for two times. Okay, so still we are not working with the Hibernate, we are not working with the second level cache, so we have to do something else. Okay, so here let's come back to the EMP class, because we are working with this EMP class. Okay, so here we have to make we have to make sure this particular EMP class is a cacheable. Okay, we have to make sure this particular EMP class is a cacheable. So here let's copy, let's make this class as a cacheable spelling I forgot. So cacheable, tell me the spelling of cacheable now. CACHEABLE, maybe. Help me in spellings down. Yeah, persistence API. Okay, so we are making this particular EMP class as a cacheable. Okay, after this we have to use something else. Okay, so we have to make sure we have to add the cache here, cache. Okay, so we want to work, we want to work out with this particular EMP class, okay, with second level cache, so here we have to perform the usage equal to, okay, cache concurrent strategy. Okay, we have one variable, I think so. Cache concurrent concurrent spelling right now. Cache, CACHE concurrent. So strategy dot, we need to get this. First let's import cache. Okay, now we need to use cache equal to concurrent cache, concurrent or concurrency, I forgot. Concurrency, CACHE cache concurrency. Let's see the spelling. Is my spelling is correct? Concurrency, cache concurrency strategy dot, yes we have. Okay, cache concurrent strategy, and here we have read to write option. Okay, so we are inserting some data to this particular EMP class, and we are reading some data from this particular EMP class, so we have to use read write. Okay, we have to use read write. Okay, so this is what we have to do. Now let's come back to our EMP cache, and now you can click on the run. I think it will work for sure. Yes, we have. Okay, so we are working with second level cache. Now you can see. Okay, when you are running the, okay, say when you are retrieving the same data but with the different sessions. Okay, when you are retrieving the same data but with the different sessions. Okay, so this secondary level cache is storing our details. Okay, secondary level cache is storing our details. Okay, now you can see here. Okay, now it is retrieving only one, it is writing only one query. Okay, you can create any number of sessions. Okay, you can create any number of sessions. Let's create any number of sessions. Okay, so I'm creating session 3. Okay, okay, now we are having three sessions. Okay, in the three different sessions, I am fetching same content. Okay, I am fetching same content of the employee. Okay, just run this code. Now you can see. Okay, when you are having three different sessions, still we are, our Hibernate is writing only one query. Okay, Hibernate is writing only one query for three different sessions, because we are working with secondary level cache. Okay, we are working with secondary level cache. When you are working with secondary level cache, you have to do three different things, ma. Okay, first one you have to do is you have to add, okay, Hibernate es cache dependency and es cache dependency in the pom.xml. After adding these things in the pom.xml, now you can configure it from Hibernate cfg file. Okay, so you have to use this Hibernate cfg file. Okay, and okay, after this we have to add, okay, our class. Okay, you are working with one particular class. Now you are working with, you are retrieving some details from the class, you are adding, you are inserting some details to the class, right? So you have to make sure your working class, okay, your working class should have cacheable thing. Okay, your working class should have cacheable thing. Okay, so these are the two lines that you have to add to your employee working class. Okay, so
So
if you remove this thing, yes,
in
yes,
every
okay,
class from which we want to retrieve our data, so we have
yeah,
mentioned that.
yeah, you, if you want to retrieve one data from one class, definitely you have to mention this cacheable thing to there.
Sir, in all these three sections, we have
Hmm.
retrieve only one employee data.
Hmm. Yes.
Okay, sir.
See, employee class one, employee with primary ID one. We are retrieving only one employee na, in the three sessions. Okay, so it will help you only when you are retrieving the same details. Okay, if you write something like this, okay, if you retrieve the different thing, now it will write another query because the content is different. See, the content is different na? So when you are retrieving the same content for multiple times, then only the cache is going to store. Okay, Renshu, got it?
Oh, yes, sir. Okay, got it.
So first thing you have to do is you have to add the dependencies in the pom.xml. These are the two dependencies, and you have to add Hibernate CFG file, and you have to add emp.java. Okay, you have to add cacheable in our main class. Hey, I forgot to. Okay, guys, give me a moment. I forgot to send one to many to the Amitabh. He asked us, right? Where we implemented one to many.
Sir, laptop.
A
There.
bowler, no? So I have, I think, one to many. No. Laptop, huh?
Yes, sir, laptop.
A laptop we implemented many to many now. I have this many to many in the laptops. I forgot where
Sir, in college.
college. Okay,
Laptop or
bikes.
bike, something. Yes, bike
Yeah,
something.
one too many bikes. Okay,
Yes, sir.
bike and student, na? Student.
Yes, sir.
One too
One
many.
student have two bikes.
Okay, student and college. College. Okay. So give me a moment. I'll send this to the Amtava. Okay. So yeah, we completed the second level cache, you know. So if you are having any doubts, we can discuss the things after the break. Okay. In the meanwhile, I have to communicate with the okay Amitava. So let's take a break for 15 minutes. So after coming from the break, okay, if you are having any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, we can start a new thing. Okay, we have to discuss some theory. We'll discuss some theory. Okay. Okay. Bye. Please come back at 12:15.